The Glock 19 Gen 5. 9mm semi-automatic handgun. New right out of the case, you get 3 magazines, the speed loader, barrel cleaning kit right there, and the typical Glock carrying case. As of super early 2025, these things are currently going for about 540 bucks. The stock magazines that come with are 15 rounds. Overall length of 7.28 inches. The overall width is 1.34 inches. And the height, including the magazine, is 5.04 inches. Trigger distance, 2.76 inches with a 26N trigger pull. Barrel length itself is 4.02 inches. Weighs 23.63 ounces unloaded, but roughly 30.16 ounces fully loaded with the stock 15-round magazines. And it has Glock's safe action system, just like all Glocks to my knowledge do. There's a handful of differences and improvements directly comparing the Gen 5 to the Gen 4, but visually, you can see the front serrations right here. The finish on the slide is a little bit different. The finger grooves are no longer here. The slide release is ambidextrous, so we have 2 of them. There's 1 on each side. On top of that, most of the rest of the differences are internal. Glocks do not have manual safety mechanisms on them. If you pull the trigger, they are going to go bang. But there's an internal safety mechanism, and you can also see this separate little switch right here embedded within the trigger that is part of it. That has to also be depressed in order for the trigger to pull. If it's not, the trigger will not pull. There's not too many bells and whistles poking out of the slide or anything right here. It's just a very, very simple rectangular prism. It's lightweight, but a lot of the gun is polymer. Some see that as a pro, some see that as a con. You do you. Personally, I have not had any major issues with any of the Glocks I've ever handled or owned. They just keep going and going and going. They keep working. They're very reliable. They're affordable compared to a lot of other options out there. You have a rail up here on the front. If you want to attach a flashlight, laser sight, or combination, anything like that, you can certainly do that. It's on the chunkier side. It is thick. I would qualify this as ambidextrous. The magazine release is still on the left. 9mm specifically, low recoil, extremely affordable. It's cheaper than 40 Smith & Wesson, 45 ACP, 10mm, 357 SIG, even 380, and because of its relatively small diameter, you can stack up a lot more rounds in these magazines, which is why you can get away with 15 out of a gun this size. I believe there's absolutely nothing wrong with 9mm, although you do have to do your research and get a good quality 9mm. Fantastic round. There's a reason it's so commonly used. You want a semi-auto, you want a lot of ammo, you want something that's going to be good and powerful enough. You don't want to spend too much, you don't want to get up into the thousands or anything, but you don't want a piece of shit $150 gun either. I think the Glock 19 is a really good compromise and a very good place to start for just a general purpose self-defense pistol. That is a Glock 19. If you want a more in-depth review of this gun, please check out the related video to this short. Thanks for watching.